What's up? What is good? What is good? What is good, fam? It's your boy Brian, the casual Brian, or Brian casually watches anime, whichever you know me as. Let me get centered. There you go. There's your boy. Tell you what, man, technology. Hope everyone had a good weekend. My weekend was pretty good. Dance competition weekend, you know how it is. Skylar kicked butt, taking on taking home first in her division and first overall. So we're really excited about that. Dance competitions are tough, man. Hey, what's up, fam? First in the room, the legend himself. We are live. Missed Wednesday last week, so I'm pretty disappointed because I was looking forward to because social media, everything that you do, it's all about consistency. So last week, I missed Wednesday because my Wednesday was crazy. I came back and did a makeup like live on Thursday, but it's not the same. It's not the same as 2 weeks straight of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So we're back on the wagon. I have an incredibly busy day today, like incredibly busy. Like you can't even imagine how busy my day is today, and yet I still made time to do my live. Fam, what about that ReZero episode? That episode was crazy. Like, what was that? First of all, it was wild. It was disturbing, but it was amazing. It was so good. Like, I mean, just it was not, it was, I can't say nonstop because, there was a little bit of like, where are we? What's going on? But once they got going, man, I don't think I've ever been this wrong about an anime. Now, I don't know, but see, I don't know. I don't know if I think ReZero needs a second watch. There's just a lot happening and a lot of dialogue, and you gotta watch it in dub. Like I can't imagine anybody like tracking with ReZero and sub unless like your Japanese is like on point. But yeah, ReZero is fire. Such a good episode. A little bit dark though. Like not a little bit dark, but ReZero is dark. That's part of the allure, the lure, attraction to ReZero. So I was blown away. That was probably the best episode I've seen thus far. Diamonds of the Shadow Realm had a really good episode one, but I think that ReZero's episode was better. And that's not like a small task because I really, really enjoyed Marriage Toxin episode three. That was a really good episode too. You know what I'm saying? Anime's just on point right now, man. Like you can't be like, you can't be sidestepping when you're like in the anime space right now. So I watch a lot of like YouTube videos on like ReZero and stuff because whenever like so for me, I used back in the day when I would get interested in anime, I would go find the manga or whatever the source material was, and I would read it. Now I just go to YouTube and I just let somebody like break it down, break it down for me. And if I want to know further, like what's an example? I went and got Freerun because I just wanted to know. Even though I looked at the videos, I just wanted to know for myself. So I went and got Freerun. Dan to Dan was already in Shonen, so I could already watch that. But it's rare for me to like want to watch past like a YouTube video because the YouTube nowadays is so good at just like these people make these videos and it just goes through all the stuff. Like one of my favorite YouTube creators, he does a thing called skip content, and where is it at? See if I can find it. Of course, I can't find it. When I'm trying to look for it to talk about it, I can't find it. But it's called skip content, and basically, it's all the stuff that was left out in the anime that was in either the manga or the light novel, which is another thing that's kind of weird to me too. Also, I think I talked about this already. I'm working with Webtoons. I really dig what Webtoons is doing. Like putting music behind it and just kind of like the whole like scroll type thing, it all plays very well. It feels I understand why they call it like episode 1 and episode 2 because it does feel like you're really watching it. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it. There's a new webtoon out. Excuse me. I keep wanting to call it manhwa, but there's a new webtoon out. It's called Fogland. I guess it's not too new, but man, it's fire. It's crazy. It's on that. It's on the same energy as that ReZero episode, Fogland. Check it out. Fogland on Webtoons. Shout out to Webtoons, man. Love working with them. What's this? What's the saddest anime? Here, let me put this up. What's the sad? I'm gonna start with the saddest anime I've ever watched. Um, so I think if you're talking about like an anime that was sad for the whole sake of being sad, meaning like the whole thing was sad from start to finish, the whole goal was to make you sad. Something like Grave of the Fireflies, that's got to be up there. Takapi's Original Sin made me sad, but it also made me angry. You know what I mean? So it wasn't just sadness, but like the hardest I've ever cried for an anime was probably Kuma's backstory. Like that backstory. And the craziest thing is I read that backstory. So I knew what was going to happen. I was so, and it shocked me. Like when I started bawling, I was like, I knew it was going to happen. I knew everything that was going to happen. But just hearing the voices, hearing the music, the illustration of him running like his whole life, but like all the good that he did, it just all like built up inside me. Like, and I just lost it. So I would say either Grave of the Fireflies or Takapi's Original Sin. Um, I watched Your Lie in April. That was sad, but like, I guess I focus more on the beauty of Arima's or Kosei and Kari's relationship and how, you know, I'm a bit of a romantic, so I think that it's great to fall in love with somebody, like to really love somebody. I think is like it's a gift that not everybody gets. I think some people they find somebody that they like and then they settle, you know, but to like really love somebody, like it's a gift. It's a beautiful thing, and it's also challenging, but the juice is definitely worth the squeeze. All right, now we're on to what is my top 3 in anime. Currently, and I definitely mean currently, it's One Piece, Frieren, and I think I'm keeping Mob Psycho at my 3 spot. I think yeah. So we're gonna go One Piece, Frieren, Mob Psycho. I could put World Trigger there, but I feel like World Trigger is slipping, and that's because they haven't put any new anime out. You know, so it's not my fault. World Trigger, it's your fault. It's your fault. But those are my top 3 anime. World Trigger, Ranking of Kings, Mushoku Tensei. They're all fighting for the next 2 spots. Definitely want Mushoku Tensei in there. One Piece is peak. One Piece is so good. I'm watching. My fiance is watching One Piece for the first time, and so she's at Alabasta at the conclusion, and it's just so good, man. It's just so good. What do you think of JJK? I didn't read it. I'm good. I'm not the biggest JJK fan. Like I like JJK for sure. Like don't get me wrong. I'm not don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I like JJK. I'm just saying I'm not the biggest fan. So there's so much anime for me to watch that doesn't really, make it to the top of my list. So, yo, what's up? I haven't heard good things about it though. Like I have not heard good things about it. But again, like I said, it's not. I'm not a massive JJK fan, so I'm not investing a lot of time into it or finding out stuff about it. There's just so much anime out there, you know what I mean? So I gotta like. There's anime that I have to like work on. One Piece I try to stay up on. Which had Atelier. There we go. I wanted to say Wisteria One and Sword, which my goodness. Did you see Wisteria One and Sword episode 3, I think? Oh my goodness. We get a transformation. It's crazy, fam. They just started with the fire on season 2 of Wisteria One and Sword. I mean, whoa. Two major like deaths just to start it out, man. That's crazy. It was crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. One Piece for me. I used to have them very close, and then during the fourth Great Ninja War, they just started going apart. I don't like how Naruto ended, and I think One Piece is just getting better and better. So I'm a One Piece guy. Man, but like with Story of One and Sword, good lord, man. If you're not watching that anime, watch it. Like it's just so good. The animation is insane. Like that's why everyone was talking about it. Like check this anime out. It's like beautifully animated. It is. It's like gorgeous animation. I was a little nervous though, at the start of the season. There was some clunky CGI stuff going on. I was like, wait a minute. Don't you dare mess up my with Story of One and Sword. I watched a crazy thing on like this weekend. I binged Beef season 2 on Netflix. It was weird, bro. It was dark. It was dark and it was triggering. It was like they sourced like parts of my life. You know what I mean? Like that was like that's what it made it weird and awkward. It was like it felt like some of it was straight out of my life. I was like, gosh. Are all men just dealing are men and women just dealing with these things? It's like, good lord. But it was dark. It was dark. It was good. It was good. It was executed well. Great performances, but super dark. I don't think that Luffy's gonna need a Gear 6. I think that Gear 5 is enough. It's just a matter of mastering it. You know what I mean? Like, for one, he already can't, like, hold it, he can't keep it. And then I think that he's still limiting himself without realizing that he's limiting himself. Something that I think people don't realize, and it's really obvious kind of as you go back and rewatch One Piece, is that there's this kind of like saying thing that's happening where every time people fight in One Piece, they get stronger. But also, Luffy, every time he's exposed to different people and stronger people, he gets stronger. Not just because, you know, he got beat up and then he came back. Like he sees, he learns. He learns from their abilities. And so that's a big part. So I think that after Elbaf, excuse me, we're gonna see Luffy really, really develop. Now I'm really, really curious. I am telling you, I'm losing my mind about this. I gotta see Luffy versus Emu. Love Loki this last week. Love seeing Loki throw hands with Emu. Loki is strong, man. Loki is crazy strong. Hey, I thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. It's been a while since we had somebody from the book, Facebook. Lots of love. Still hoping for Baddie Emu. That's not gonna happen. That ship has sailed. Okay. There's no more Baddie Emu. It's the guy. I think they even like said his name. I don't think he's gonna fix it. I think Luffy's just gonna burn out like Roger did. You know what I mean? Like that kind of power, it's gonna lead to burnout. You can't have that kind of power. We're seeing Emu. Something's affecting Emu. Maybe Emu has the same situation. And it's not just a coincidence about law and that whole immortality thing. You know what I mean? So I think we're gonna see I think we're gonna see a lot of parallels. So this is kind of a spoiler. It's not kind of. It's a massive spoiler. So if you're not a One Piece fan or you care about being spoiled, I'm gonna have to ask you to either cover up your ears for a little bit, give you a little bit of time. Okay, so it seems like Joy Boy and Emu were friends. I'm still holding on to the fact that I think that all three of them were friends. So Davy Jones, Joy Boy, and Emu. But it sounds like in some of the leaks, I gotta read the chapter. I haven't read the full chapter yet. I've just only seen the leaks that Emu and Joy Boy work together to fight against Davy Jones. So there's some crazy lore out there. There's some crazy developments happening. Oda is definitely in the kitchen with two hats on because he is cooking like crazy, man. I'm still nervous though. Still nervous about the ending of One Piece. It's a great story and it needs to end properly. I'll be very sad if it doesn't end well. I don't think any Straw Hat's going to die. I don't. I can't see Oda doing that. It's not needed. Ace was the sacrificial lamb in my opinion. Which character is better written, Luffy, Zoro, in your opinion? Um, this is a tough question because it depends on what you mean. I think it's a preferential thing. Like I think you really can't say who's better written because they're both written well and they both, you know what I mean? Or I just think they're both written well. So like it's like they're not a similar character. Zoro is goal oriented, focused, determined, hardworking, gritty, where Luffy is like almost the exact opposite. Free spirited, creative, fun loving. I wouldn't call Luffy caring, although he is caring. He does care for his friends, just not like in an overly doting way. You know what I mean? Like he's not going to coddle anybody, but he will like support them with his whole life. So I think they're just too different to compare. If I had to choose, it's hard for me to. I'm biased because Luffy is my favorite character in One Piece, one of my favorite characters of all, and Zoro is one of my least favorite characters. But I can appreciate the writing for both. So I don't know. I'll say Luffy. I'll say Luffy, but they're both written very well. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be that hard for Luffy to defeat Emu. I mean, I don't think he's going to defeat Emu this round for sure. There's just no way. If he defeats Emu, I mean, I don't know. You never know. Oda's weird. He'll pull a weird thing out. So I think that current Shanks, is stronger than Roger. I think so. If you look at Whitebeard, even though he was sick, even though he was out of his prime, and we kind of use that as a gauge, or Rayleigh, I think that I think Shanks, I was about to say it, but I don't know if I can say it. Could Shanks one shot Rayleigh like he did to Kid? What do y'all think? Do you think Shanks could one shot Rayleigh like he did to Kid? I don't know. I do think that Shanks is stronger than Roger as is right now. It's just a matter of like by how much. Because I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing any. It's hard to like. Roger doesn't really have a ton of feats that we could turn to. Like he had the clash to a draw with Whitebeard. He punched Zebek rocks. He knocked him out, but he had Garp. You know what I mean? So I don't really know what we could use as a reference to see how strong Roger is. Who is the strongest in One Piece except Emu? I think currently it's got to be Shanks. It can't be Blackbeard yet. I don't think Blackbeard's there yet. I don't think Blackbeard will ever be purely the strongest. I think he's gonna have to do like some like shady stuff. Do you know what I mean? For him to be like that level. Like maybe he'll take Emu's devil fruit, like that type of thing. But I think Shanks is based on how I understand the writing. I think it's Shanks outside of Emu. Which arc is my favorite? It's it's hard now because I feel like with each passing arc, that becomes my favorite since Wano. Wano was my favorite. So before Wano, it was Skypiea. And I know a lot of people are like, Skypiea, that's one of the worst. For me, Skypiea is the most fantasy in One Piece. It's so much fun. It's one of the things that got me like in love with One Piece. I like it. Like I like Little Garden. I like fantasy, you know? But then it was Wano. I don't think Egghead was my favorite, but I do think now it's probably Elbath. Just on the strength of the backstories, plus Emu, plus Loki. I mean, like, come on, man. And who knows? You got the Saw reunion. It's gotta be Elbath. Elbath is my favorite. It used to be Wano, and before that it was Skypiea. I don't think the Gorosei are that strong, relatively speaking. You know what I mean? Like Sanji and Zoro were ever able to like kind of like fend them off. So, and it wasn't like they were holding back. So I don't know. I don't see them as that strong. I mean, I see them as strong. Don't get me wrong. Like they're definitely above the seven warlords of the sea. But if they're above Yonko, it's not. It's barely. And I don't even put them above Yonko. I think they're somewhere near Yonko. They're not stronger than Kaido. They're not stronger. Yeah, I think the Gorosei. And this is the question that came up the other day. Are the Gorosei stronger than Akainu? Or does Akainu just respect authority and structure? You know what I mean? Like, why does he submit to them? I don't think Mihawk is stronger than Shank. And now that's another thing. There's a big push. Everyone's saying that Mihawk is related to Emu because of the eyes, the nose, and then the sword technique that he used to stab Loki in the heart. I'm not seeing it, but you know what I mean. Like they have points. Shanks is much stronger than Mihawk. We don't know how strong Mihawk is. You know what I mean? He was at the Marine. We know. Okay, we know this. I don't think that most people think that Mihawk was going anywhere close to all out at Marine Ford. He was just casually like fighting, and he was taking people out. You know what I'm saying? This man, his ceiling has to be crazy high. But we don't know. We don't know how strong this man is. He seems very strong, though. I will say that he seems very strong, but nobody knows how strong Mihawk is. And I wonder when we're going to get it. One of the things that I really want to see is for the red hair pirates to go all out. And I think the time we're going to get that is against Blackbeard. But if that happens, then that means Shanks is going to die because he has to. He has to. And it'll be a similar situation to like the Whitebeard pirates where Marco takes over, you know what I mean, or took over. Yeah, man. Like I want to see the red-haired pirates go all out. I just don't know how we get that without another massive war. But I think Oda himself said like the end I think the end of Elbaf, what he was talking about, is going to make Marine Ford seem like nothing. But like, what is that, by the way? Like, who says that even? Who was past or present strongest in One Piece, including Joy Boy? Well, I think Joy Boy had to be pretty strong, but ultimately he failed to take out Emu. Could be because that was his friend. There's all kinds of reasons why we need to see that Joy Boy backstory. I think Joy Boy is currently the strongest person to have lived, but I don't know if he was defeated by Emu or he just couldn't bring himself to defeat Emu. That's gonna determine my decision. Bro, I saw a post saying that the meme for Law arrived earlier. Shanks decided to join who instead tried to stop the war and doesn't. Yeah, I mean, everything happened kind of for as Oda needed it to happen. We Ace had to go. I don't love it, but I understand it from a writing standpoint. So yeah, but if Law would have come earlier, a lot of stuff would have happened differently. If Shanks would have got there earlier, a lot of stuff would have happened differently. But Garp, man, look, this is one frustrating thing about me, especially like when you saw Garp go to great lengths to save Kobe and just how. But I have a good friend, and he said it, and he explained something to me, and I kind of agree with it. I mean, I don't like it, but I agree with it. He said, Garp let Ace be a grown man. You know, Garp said, hey, okay, you chose this life, and here's the penalty. Here's the consequence of the life you chose. I mean, I kind of get it, but it's also like that's the person you raise, fam. Like that's like a child to you. I don't know what this question means. Who is the potential man of One Piece? What does that mean? Do you mean like main villain? Fam, Law's devil fruit is so unbelievably broken. This man and Law completely understands how to use it. He should be beating Law should beat way more people than he does. I'm sorry. Oda just like made him incredibly strong and then he loses all the time. He lost to Doflamingo, he lost to Blackbeard. Although I think that Blackbeard would have lost in a 1v1. If Blackbeard's team wasn't there to help him, he would have lost. You could say the same thing for Law. If Law's team wasn't there to help him, Law would have died. But I think that Law by himself, Blackbeard by himself, it's a problem for Blackbeard. Oh, definitely Law. Definitely Law. You could make an argument for Sanji, but I'm going to go Law. I think Law's devil fruit. I think he should be beating more people. You know, I think he should be beating more people. He's right now, he's really just a number two, So if that's the case, then like disband your pirate crew and join the Straw Hats. I'm just saying. I wanted Law to join the Straw Hats. I enjoyed him selling with the Straw Hats. He fit right in, and every now and then, he would smile, which made me happy too. You know, it's like I'm weird like that. Like, what's good, fam? Mr. Giyu. I get really happy when I see characters like Law smile because people forget his childhood, man. You know, we're all just children that grew up. And I know that sounds super simple, but you never change. There's not an age that you get to where you like stop feeling like that child version of yourself. And so for Law, who's always angry, always ornery, for him to smile with the Straw Hats, it's just kind of like the power of Luffy. And like, I love that, man, that he could just like cut loose and just like relax a little bit, Not, I was sad that he left. I wonder who's going to be the Straw Hat that joins. A lot of people say Loki. I don't. How? Like, how can Loki join? I guess Dory and Broggy are on Shanks' crew. But I don't know. I think that Bonnie, and then where's Bonnie, by the way? I feel like I haven't seen Bonnie in like years. And she's there. She's on Elbath. What's she doing? What's Bonnie doing? Does anyone know where Bonnie's at? When you say his lack of training, you mean like strength training, like how Zoro does? Because he had to do a ton of training to master his devil fruit, to understand his devil fruit. You know what I mean? Like, so are you just saying like strengthening his body, his physical abilities? And welcome to everybody. This is Casually Live with your boy Brian, the Casual Brian, or Brian Casually Watches Anime. We're coming to you live from Facebook, YouTube, and no packet. Twitch. Y'all seen that video where the guy's like, I had ramen, no packet. It's like, what is that? And why do I love it so much? It's the internet. The internet's hilarious. People are hilarious online. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. People are hilarious online. That reminds me, I gotta make that video. I gotta make that with Story of Wanda and Sword video. Oh, bro, my life. So if it's not one thing, it's another. But I'm fortunate. Lily already joined the crew though. Wait. No. Lily? Who's Lily? Yamato ain't joining the crew. I feel like Law is getting stronger as we go. You know what I mean? Like I don't think Law. I think Law just kind of learns as he goes. But like I don't think Law's goal is to be like super strong or like whatever. Is Law even going for the One Piece? I can't even remember. I guess they're all like supposedly racing for it after they left from Wano, but like, does Law even care? I know Law just wanted to take down Dofi. What is the best devil fruit in One Piece? I think it is the time fruit, the one where you can go anywhere in time just because the potential. Uh it's hard to pick. It's hard to pick the best fruit. I think for me, I would probably go with. I mean, it's probably gonna sound cliche. I'd probably go with Luffy's, the Nika fruit. You know, because in Gear 5, you can do whatever you want. You just have to have your imagination. And I feel like I'm extremely creative. So it would be awesome for me. I was wondering about the time fruit. Like, I never heard of that. At first, I thought he was talking about Foxy's fruit. If there was a fruit like that, that'd be crazy. Wait. No, he's talking about oh my god, Odin's wife, her fruit, right? Toki's fruit. What's up, that one real? Casual time. You're talking about Toki's fruit, right? Because she's able to travel through time. Yeah, it is real. It is legit. That would be cool, except like, there's no guarantees on your life. That's the only thing that gets me a little bit is like you can go back in time and there's like a dinosaur just waiting there to just like chomp you like ha. Also, does it go back and forward or does it only go forward? Do we know that? Has that been revealed at all? I don't know how you could be slacking on your anime watching. There is so much anime right now. I'm trying to catch up on that. One time I was reincarnated as a slime. I just finished Kingdom. I'm actually sad that I finished Kingdom. Like, it was one of those things where I was so excited to catch up, and now that it's done, it's like, dang, I can't watch Kingdom for like maybe a year or so. Makes me pretty sad. I did watch Vinland Saga. Oh man, there's a Kagurabachi trailer. Oh, I kind of want to watch it, but then I kind of feel like I don't want to do anything that will make YouTube flag me. YouTube's super strict. I get it though, man. You gotta be strict with people's IP, man. Because if you get sued, it's on you. They're gonna sue YouTube. They're not gonna sue like me. I mean, they might sue me, but like, good luck with that. What anime comes out today? There's two anime that comes out today. I gotta watch. Oh my gosh, so busy, man. Which Hat Atelier comes out today for sure. And then what's the other one? Which Hat Atelier? I'm trying to catch up with what's it called? I'm trying to catch up with what's this anime called? Not Slime. T-Bait. But I don't want to catch up to T-Bait because I hear they've gone off the source material. So I'm a little bit like, what's the point, man? What's the point? I haven't seen the trailer for Kagurabachi. I just saw that it's confirmed it'll be coming out in April 2027. That's all I know. So I'm excited for it though. It looks cool. It's a great story. And it was so funny how it came out. Like, it just came out like a meme. Like, everyone was just memeing it. And like, the real funny thing is, after that happened, another manga slash anime company reached out to me, and they were like, "Hey, we want to recreate the Kagurabachi experience." So then it makes me wonder, like, was that like staged? Like, did they pay some creators to do that? And then it just blew up, like a combination of like paying creators to do that, boosting some posts, because it felt very organic, but I don't know anymore. You would be so shocked to find out how much stuff is actually paid for. All right, fam. But I want to watch it. I'm excited to watch Kagurabachi, but I can't think about Kagurabachi because Kagurabachi is next year. There's anime this year that I gotta get through. Shoot, this season. There's one anime that I want to watch that I haven't like. There's a couple of anime that I want to watch. New anime from the current season, Dorohedoro. I'm way behind on. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch this, to be honest. I tried to do a recap and it was just like, what? Why did I even watch that? What is this? I don't even know. The name is not even in English. Slime. I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. What in the world, bro? I actually haven't read chapter 11. Let me go ahead and read that right now. I can do that. Do you guys mind if I read the chapter? Let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you guys are cool for me to read the chapter. I know a little bit about what happens, but I didn't read it. But I'm about to read it now. All right, here we go. So we got a Chopper cover, and it says God and Devil. Bro, what? All right, there we go. That makes me the worst king in the history of Elbath. So he must kill him. Age 144. Giants live to be 300 years naturally. It wasn't his time to go, so I want him to go. The one who suffered the greatest setback was Mu. It's a weird way of saying that. Oh, Loki is getting ready to smash this guy. He's pissed at Emu. He's getting ready to smash him with Ragnarok. Emu blocks it. Whoa. Nami gets blown away. Are you kidding me? He blocked that? What are those black flames? What powers do you have? Omen is my military might. And he tells him, wow, interesting. You can turn giant. Oh my gosh, Emu's the same size as Loki now. Emu's pressing Loki back. Oh, this is the Black Blade. Oh, okay, I see. Blade of Judgment Nemesis. Ooh. This is the nature of man to crave strength. However, oh, he got him this time. God, devil, what's the difference? Ooh. Emu. I don't give a crap. No one lords it over me. Domination is the only true bliss in the world. Isn't that right? Oh, there it is. There's the Joy Boy and Emu reference. Not reference, but isn't that right, Joy Boy? Woo! Oh, he's singing out crazy Conqueror's Hockey. Why is Luffy eating right now? Luffy having to eat is hilarious. What's wrong? Got distracted. Then you don't respect me enough. Ooh. Oh, so thou art back. Oh, wow. That was a crazy, crazy chapter. So a couple things that like stood out to me. The very ending, obviously, when he sees Loki turn into the dragon, he says, "So thou art back." So people kind of mixed it up. Like they had like Joy Boy, um, They just had it all mixed up in the leaks, so we didn't really catch it. And then he said like domination is the best, and then he screams like, "Isn't that right, Joy Boy?" And you see in the bottom right, there's like a little silhouette of Joy Boy, and it looks like he's talking to Emu, and he's smiling. So they're not like enemies for sure. But it's weird how it comes out. It's like Loki says to him, "I don't give a crap. No one lords it over me." And then Emu says, "Domination is the only true bliss in this world. Isn't that right?" And then he screams, "Isn't that right, Joy Boy?" And Luffy feels his conqueror's hockey when he does that. So it's a pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Um, Emu can turn his body to like giant size. That's not too surprising. I mean, I imagine that he can move his body around. There's a lot of parallels between Emu's power and Luffy's power. You know what I mean? Like it moves kind of similar. I'm kind of interested in that. Yeah, it's crazy how big Emu had to get to like match with Loki because Loki's bigger than most giants. Loki just doesn't make sense as a straw hat. I mean, I'm not against it, you know. If I had to choose though between like Loki and Bonnie, it's Bonnie. Bonnie all day, every day. I love Bonnie. I love Bonnie. I want Bonnie because I want two gear fives, two gear fifths. And for all you guys that are pulling up, welcome to Casually Live with Brian, your boy Brian, the casual Brian, or Brian Casually Watches Anime. If you're not following, you should already be following. Why not? Why aren't you following? And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and on Fridays we do Fortnite Fridays. Pretty much the same as now, except I'm playing Fortnite. Sometimes good, sometimes poorly. You got to pull up to find out. Mistress Kanan is devilishly easy. I heard this one was actually pretty good. I'm interested in looking at this, but not that interested. Agents of the Four Seasons. Nope. I want to end this. Love game. Nope. Needy Girls Overdose. Seems interesting, but I'm going to pass. The Drops of God. When world-renowned wine critics stop. Come on. I watch Bartender of God. Maybe I'll put it on my watch list. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? How many episodes? The animation doesn't. Yeah, the animation is getting me. Oh, it just started. Ugh. I need to watch it all at one go. Liar Game. That's the other one. Liar Game. All right, fam. Thanks for pulling up. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. Have a great Monday. And remember to keep it casual. We always stay casual over here. Good episode on one. Good episode from One Piece. Definitely looking forward to this week's episode coming out. But that was a good episode. No complaints. Zero complaints from this guy. And this guy is Brian. That's why there's no complaints. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Mean what you say and say what you mean. So yeah, Liar Game. I gotta hold off on Liar Game. Witch Hat Atelier is the only anime that I watch without my girl. Normally I wait to watch it with her, but like it's just so competitive. I gotta watch it to see. I need a banger. I need to finish the month. I need a banger to finish the month. I need a million view post. It's like so hard to get right now. I have a theory on social media, how they do social media. I think that what they do is they at certain times they like open up your faucet. Let's just imagine like a faucet or like a hose or like, a shower head. And so like your content is like getting to some of your followers, right? Let's say the opening is at like a 2. And then sometimes they open it all the way up and it's like a 10. And like it seems like everything you're putting out is getting to your followers and new followers and stuff. And because they know the people that like your stuff. Like, so for me right now, I get about 100, at least 100 people to 200 people, sometimes 300 people follow me every day. Every day. Like no matter what I do on TikTok, on Instagram, it's down. It's about like 50 people now. But when they open that faucet up and they let like all this stuff come through and I'm getting like millions and millions of views, bam, I could easily 500 in a day, you know? But it's tough because they don't give you like all season, all year long. You don't get like unlimited like exposure. You're not hot. Nobody's hot all year long. Everybody cools off. Everybody heats up. You get like 2 heaters, but when you get one like burner, and that's the time you got to make it count. For me, that's the fall. I know from like September all the way up to like November, maybe into December, if I'm really cooking, I got to make it count. I got to make my best stuff. I got to, whatever's working, I got to double down and just make sure I'm putting out a lot of that. It's challenging. It's hard to do. But but the real hard part is now. Like from now until like June, but I'm thankful, man. Thankful. But yeah, I got to watch Witch Hat Atelier because I got to make a video so that I can talk about it because like everybody, it's just going so fast. Oh, it's already out. The episode's already out. Gosh. You need to watch. Yeah, there's so much anime to watch. Why haven't you been? You just been busy? Why haven't you been watching a lot of anime? I feel like I just watched so much anime. I even had time this weekend. I took a little bit of a break and I watched the entirety of Beef on Netflix, which was very good. I have a whole series of videos that I'm about to do on Beef because there's just so much you could talk about on Beef. There's just so much to talk about. I just got to get through this Monday first. Hopefully my video that I submitted will be approved. We can move forward. Got to go meet up with a client today. Do some spot checking. And yeah, man. Keep drinking lots and lots of water. Yeah, I don't, sometimes it's hard to watch. Sometimes it's hard to find time. Like time is just so tricky. You have so much time, but it always feels like you don't have enough, which lets me know I need to hire like an assistant or something. But it's hard to do, you know. The social media money is like up and down, up and down. So until it's like more steady, it's hard to feel comfortable doing that. You know what I mean? That's one thing that's tricky about being like a content creator, like full time. The swings in money are like, they can be like they can literally be like 5 figures for a month, like a difference, you know? Budgeting is challenging. But again, these are all good problems to have. You know what I mean? There's some people that, my low months, they don't even make that. But the goal is keep improving, keep rising my ceiling, and just keep trying to be the best version of myself I can, so I can give my clients the best work, that they deserve. Yeah, I always try to give my clients the best work. But yeah, so Beef, I'm going to be doing a whole series on Beef this week. And if you're wondering, Beef is a TV series on Netflix. They did a second season that dropped. Now, I don't want to complain. I enjoyed it, but I was turned off by the fact that it was called Beef season 2, and to me it had nothing to do with beef at all. So, I feel like it was only called Beef season 2 to try to get like a returning customer, which I don't know if that's bad. I don't know if that's wrong, but I do feel like I was a little bit catfish. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it wasn't beef. It wasn't the same show as season 1, you know? And it really wasn't about a beef. Like, season 1 was truly a beef that got out of control. This one, it had less to do with beef and more to do with just like hatred and jealousy, and then there was a slight beef, but like that's the whole point. Like, who if I had to ask somebody who's seen season 2 of Beef, who was the beef between? Was it the two couples? Was it each couple? Was it within each couple? You know what I mean? Like, Princess Mononoke is pretty good. It's one of my favorite, probably my favorite Studio Ghibli. Naruto's a fun watch. I think you'll enjoy it. Like, my girl definitely enjoyed it. She enjoyed Naruto way more than Bleach, which was interesting to me because I thought, Bleach was one of my favorite, but like I feel like as I'm rewatching it and then I've already rewatched Bleach a couple times, but having watched it with her, I think Bleach is really made for young boys, like teenage boys. You know what I mean? Young men, like from like 14 to like 23 or something like that. Oh, I've heard about that, but I haven't seen it. How is it? Yeah, it's interesting. I think that I think that Bleach is really for young men. Well, now that I think about it, I don't know a ton of women that like love Bleach. Like that's their top anime. You know what I mean? Very weird and surreal. That sounds interesting. I want to check it out. What are you watching it on? Crunchyroll or Netflix? As if those are the only two things that you can watch anime on. I'm looking it up right now. Oh yeah, the one with the crazy animation. I heard that this one was good, but weird. It looks like a fever dream. Oh, it came out in 2007. These kind of it's hard for me to like focus on these type of like when the animation is this wild, but you never know. It's only 12 episodes, so I guess I could just bang it out. Nowadays, man, it's like I always have to be like thoughtful with my anime choices because, you know, realistically, I need to be able to make content about it. I can almost never just watch something for the love of it, for the fun of it. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I just so I always am like mindful of like, oh, okay, well, I could watch this. I know that this group of people are interested in it, and so on and so forth. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll definitely be check. I'll definitely put it. It's on my list. I put it on my watch list. So anyway, thank you all though for pulling up again We will be here on Wednesday, probably a little bit in the afternoon, like normal. But I might do a Wednesday, like right at 12. We'll see. And I'll definitely be here on Friday around 12 to get active, have a great time. You know what I'm saying? So until the next time, thank you all for pulling up. I'm Brian, the Casual Brian, or Brian Casually Watches Anime. Stay casual.